Hi, this is Leigh Ambergy, stampwithleigh.com. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Mentor, Ohio, and thank you for joining me on today's video. And before we get into the card or anything we're doing with that, just wanted to go over just a few things. Actually, there's a lot of things going on. There's the last chance sale is going on from the annual catalog and the current mini catalog. You can view everything that's on those lists. That's listed below this video on my blog. Also, April is my birthday month, and I am celebrating with you. I am giving away free Stampin' Up! Product. So there's a scratch and win. So every ticket is a winner. Information on this is also listed below this video on my blog. My April PDF ordering tutorial features a legendary ride bundle. You get a file that has pictures, a list of the material used, dimensions for cutting the cardstock, and step-by-step directions on how to make 5 cards. Again, on my blog, and also again on my blog, online exclusives is still going on, and that again is also on my blog. So there's a lot going on, but I do want to point out this is the card we're going to be making, and it features my absolute favorite in the annual catalog, the Hues of Happiness Suite. Suites in the catalog are your one-stop shopping in a sense. It's one item number will order a suite of products, which is designer series paper, stamps, dies, and over here bling. So that one, and you still get the 10% discount for the bundle, but that one order number, that's it. It fills in everything. So you get the paper, the dies, the stamps, and the bling. And I want to point out this card we're doing features the Happiness Abounds and the Blossoming Happiness dies. On the last chance product list, the retirement list, these are the dies, and these are the 2 that we'll be using. These are at 60% off while supplies last. So how I'm filming this video, and when this video will be posted, I guess the dies will still be in stock. I don't know. If that changes, it will be listed in the print for the blog, but these dies are 60% off. So just so you know, if there's things you like that's on the retire list, grab them while you can, because when it's gone, it's gone. So that was the housekeeping issues I wanted to briefly go over with you, and then we're gonna get busy on this card. This is so simple to make. It's a 4 1/4 by 11 card base, and yep, we also covered up the envelope flap. We'll be doing that also, but 4 1/4 by 11 card base, and that's scored in half, 5 1/2, which I have right here. So I've got this in my bone folder, and I am picking up adhesive on everything. I don't know why, but you know, that happens. So that's why we have an adhesive remover, eraser. I've had that forever. Stampin' Up! Used to sell them. They don't anymore. So what we did for this card, it's so simple. I have my designer series paper. This is going to be for our envelope. I'll get that out of the way for right now. This is my piece of white, basic white cardstock, which this was the size of it. I just stuck it in my paper trimmer and just sliced it. No measurement, whatever. Just sliced it in half. I wanted to make sure I still had a good amount on one end so I can apply my adhesive, a good amount at the other end. I then took those 2 pieces of cardstock, put them in my embossing folder, and ran them through the folder. And you're saying, geez, why didn't you just emboss it first and then cut it? Because of this being embossed and raised, it could have ripped. I could have had tears and rips and a jagged edge on my cardstock, and I didn't want that. So that is why I did it that way. So what we're going to do next is we are going to just kind of eyeball this, because I'm almost sure that this is going to match up. In case it doesn't, I can cut another piece of DSP, but I'm almost sure. Oh yeah, we're going to be good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, on the back of here, I'm putting my adhesive, and I'm going to get my silicone mat out, because I know this adhesive is going to run off, and then I'm going to get adhesive all over this piece of mat, and then I'm going to get it all matte because everything's going to stick to it. All right, so here we go. So I'm going to put my designer series paper on the back of here. Okay, so there we go. So there's my one piece of designer series paper. Get my other piece. Do the same thing. I'm going to put my adhesive on the back of here. And then on this one, I'm going to put adhesive on the back of my designer series paper. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to put this on here. And again, you know me, if I'm trying to butt up cardstock, I kind of lay both of my pieces down on a flush edge. So at least I know that top piece is going to be flush. And I line it up that way. Ooh, and this piece is off. Alrighty. I had the top, but I didn't get the side. So we are going to correct that. There we go. Now I'm going to take my bottom piece. I'm going to do the same thing because I want to make sure I get that lined up at the bottom. Okay. This is a little off. I will trim that. That's no big deal for me. Then we're going to stamp Happy Birthday. Ink that up with my Memento ink. And I am going to stamp that on an angle. That's done. I have already stamped my flower and my little leaf. So those of you that don't know blends are Stampin' Up's. And I just got ink on that, but that's okay. We'll fix that. There are no mistakes in stamping, just creative ways of doing things. But our blends are alcohol ink markers. So there's a light and a dark shade for each blend. And yes, I could have used a light and a dark for this, but I'm just using the light greeny apple green. I just want one color. I really don't particularly care about any shading for this one. And then, but for this one, I am going to do some shading. But I'm not doing the work. This stamp and this marker, this blends is doing it for me. So what I'm going to do is where, and you can use light first, you can use dark first. It doesn't matter, whatever you prefer. I just always seem to use the dark first. That's why I'm getting ink on everything. It's on my finger. Is where there is a little bit more dark or a bolder line on this stamp and on the inside of this. And I mean, I am not drawing inside the lines. I am not being careful, just because that's kind of like the way I work. Yeah, because it's going to be blended. And I am done with the, no I'm not. I am done with my dark. And this is Melon Mambo. So now I'm going to take my light, and what I am going to do is pull in those colors, the light and the dark. But it still gives me some shading. So that there. My flower has some shading to it, just by using light and dark, and just what I term as just scribbling some dark. So now we're going to die cut these. So I've got my little Stampin' Cut mini. Got my plates. Get those here, and then I'm going to get my dies, just so they don't shift on me. I'm going to tape them down. That one. That looks good. All right, put these on here. I've got my platform, get my plate on top, and crank this through. So I'm just going to crank this through. Go. Plates off to the side, get that out of the way. Bring this back. Pop these off. Set my dies aside so I don't lose them. I have a tendency to keep my scrap and throw my die and my die cut in the trash. All right, so I want dimensionals. And yeah, I use every piece part of my dimensionals. And this is all tearing off, but that's okay. So I just want one there, and I want, do I have a smaller one? Yeah. So a smaller one for this one. I just use a little piece there. All right, so move the backing. Put that one like that. Again, that's covered, which I think I might stick another. I wasn't quite sure with my dimensional because I wanted to make sure I had room to get my stem under there. So we're going to go and we're going to add just a little bit. Pull that up. There. I know it was just here. I thought they were just here. They are. My bling. So these are the Glossy Dot Assortment. So I did have that piece of ink goober, so I covered that up with the stem, and I kind of got something going on there. So we'll put one there. I'm gonna put one there. These are small, medium, and large, and I think there. So that's it for our card. So this is the one we just now did. This was the sample one. And again, just different sections of that designer series paper. And then I know in another video I showed you how I do the envelope flap, which you can use your tape runner. You can use liquid adhesive, but I just put my tape runner all along the edge. And again, I use my silicone mat so that I'm not getting adhesive all over my grid paper. I'm going to turn it this way so I can see a little bit better. But I just want my designer series paper up at the top of that flap on the envelope. And we're going to rub off the excess, and then I just take a foam folder just to make sure that it's on there nice and tight. And you can take your paper snips and trim around that. I use my large scissors. These are retired. Stampin' Up! Used to sell these. They're actually called ribbon scissors. But I really don't cut my ribbon that much with them. If I'm doing a lot of long trimming, a lot of what I call like long cutting, I'll use these instead. And there we have it. So this was today's project. Again, using that beautiful, Happiness Abounds bundle, actually the suite of products. So that's it. I hope you have enjoyed today's card. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me. Oh, I see I've got something goobered up on there. So we're going to add, again, do I want that? Well, small, I put a large one. There's no mistakes in stamping. So now I have 4. I need something a little, I need an odd amount. There. So that's it. Again, no mistakes in stamping, just creative ways to do things. But again, if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'm just a phone call or an email away. Stamping Up questions, how something was done, placing an order, attending a class, just please reach out to me. I'm here to help you be creative. So thanks again for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Bye.